Welcome to week 3 of Vlogmas. It's Wednesday. I'm currently editing week 2, which is probably going to be very long compared to week 1 because I had a lot of B-roll for whatever reason. I don't usually do B-roll because I hate editing it, but okay. Past me really hated future me self. So I'm about half-ish way through editing that. I did have a vet appointment this morning that was canceled because the vet called out of work. So that got pushed to next week, and we're supposed to get a snowstorm this Friday, Thursday into Friday. So we'll see how that goes. But I think if you're coming off of my previous week's vlog, I'm about 60-some-ish% of the way through Anastasia. I talked about my feelings for it at the end of that vlog. I haven't read any more since then. I meant to read some yesterday, but I had like a weird day, which I talk about at the end of that vlog, because I ended that vlog yesterday instead of Sunday like I intended. But anyway, I still have about 250-ish pages left to read. Since I don't have that appointment this morning, I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get a little bit further ahead with it today. I really anticipate finishing it in this vlog because I do have a Christmas book I want to read. Actually, I have 2 Christmas books I want to read. I doubt I'm gonna get to them because that's just how I am, but I'm gonna be ambitious again because that's just how I am. So yeah, so now that I don't have that appointment, I can finish. I was gonna edit until I had to leave and then come back and finish later, but now I have all that extra time, so hopefully I'll get editing done early enough and then start getting that start getting the upload process started, whatever. Read more of this. I gotta make some breakfast. I gotta do some like cleaning things, and yeah, I don't really have plans for today. That was like my one plan I had for this morning. My arm's getting tired. I left my tripod downstairs. What else? And then I realized that I am in this vlog going to give you a peek at my Christmas decor. It's not anything fancy. I don't have a lot of it, but I'll give you guys a look because I said I was going to, and I didn't last week. So hopefully this week you'll get one. And I realized that yesterday I was watching like a Christmas movie, and I should have like filmed part of it because this is Vlogmas. It's Christmas time. I'm not a Christmassy person, so I feel like when I have Christmassy things going on, I should share them. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any. But I watched what the hell was it called? Must Love Christmas on Paramount Plus. I do know the actress Liza something. I can't remember her name, but she was on like a season of NCIS. And I think she's in the Equalizer now, like the new Equalizer. But I knew her. I didn't know any of the other people, but I actually enjoyed it. It was a new 2022 new show release. I think it was on CBS. I don't know. CBS is Paramount Plus. It's all the same thing anymore. But I actually really enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It was about a romance author who... I remember it's about a romance author and a magazine writer. She's like an introvert, a reclusive person. She doesn't like leaving the house. She doesn't like going to signing events or anything like that. And her most recent book, her editor is kind of like, it's missing that normal spark of her regular writing. Like, she's famous for writing like Christmassy romances, and this current one that she's working on just doesn't have, the ending isn't there. She ends up getting snowed in somewhere with this writer who wants to write a piece about her to save his dying magazine because she's someone who just like, she's famous but like doesn't like coming out in public at all. It was cute. It was interesting. I like watching those kind of movies about like authors. I did that yesterday, which I don't think I mentioned in the end of last vlog, so I'm mentioning it now. And then I guess that's it. That's the beginning this is the opening for this vlog. It's gonna be short, but that's better than what it normally is. So yeah, so I don't have a whole lot of plans. We're just gonna see how the rest of the week plays out. We'll definitely see how the snow works out because I do work. I'm off today. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I do anticipate going to work tomorrow because the snow's not supposed to start until later in the day. Friday we'll see. It really depends on how the snow is, how much we get, and if it's icy or not, whether I go to work on a Friday or not. I'm actually more worried about Saturday because it's supposed to change to rain Friday night, but then it's going to get into like the low 20s, which means it'll probably freeze. So and I go to work at 4:30 in the morning. So that's what I'm kind of more worried about, is the freezing on Saturday. But again, we shall see. And then I'm gonna go now and finish editing. I just wanted to finally actually start this vlog. I realized that once I start them, I'm better at doing updates, but I get like lazy and I procrastinate, and then all of a sudden it's like the middle of the week, Wednesday, and I have no clips or have to jam pack a huge update in at once. So that's my update. Still in the middle of reading Anastasia. Sorry that it's taking me so long. I did anticipate reading it all of last week, but you know how that works out. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Hello. I'm gonna give you guys a quick update, and I emphasize quick because I'm about to go to bed. I do want to give you guys a reading update because I did read a large chunk of Anastasia today. I have about 100 and I don't know, let me see, what am I at? I'm at 547 and there's like 650 some pages, I think. I've got like 120, 130 pages left to read. And my last video, vlog, if you watched that one, I know it's really long, sorry. But I did mention that I was just getting frustrated because I know the story of the Romanovs is, pretty much everyone knows it about them, the whole family being slaughtered except for supposedly Anastasia. I've been waiting for things to happen, particularly that event to happen, because that defines her whole journey, and it has not happened yet. Waiting for the romance to happen between her and Damien, and it's just like we could just get little sprinkles of it, and that hadn't happened, and I'm like was getting really frustrated. And then when I picked the book up again today, not long after I started reading, like all of that stuff happened. So I was like literally right on the cusp of my complaining. It was like right there. But still, that took about 63% of the book for any of that to happen. So there was a huge chunk of the book where I was just like waiting, like 400 pages worth. 400 pages worth of family dynamic and just backstory and court intrigue and just like the daily life of living as a Romanov. And like it was interesting, don't get me wrong, Sophie Lark is a beautiful storyteller, and you can tell that the research that she put into it to make this great, the blood, sweat, and tears that went into this book. And I started watching an interview with a bunch of YouTubers and her. I didn't want to watch the whole thing because I don't think they were going to talk about spoilers, but just in case. But you can just tell the passion. It just made me more excited to read the book of the way she was talking about it. But I was just like, I'm like, get so excited for this. I'm like, where is everything? It didn't happen till the end. Now there's about 120 pages left. And finally, like 200 pages toward the end, finally things started to happen and things started to pick up. And it was getting better. Finally, her and Damien are in like occupying the same space. They were for a while, and then they got separated again. And then there was a whole chunk of time, a lot of time passed before they finally reunited. And I'm just like, I have this much of the book left to read. And I'm just like, where is their together? The stuff we do get of them together is actually really beautiful. I don't think, because of the chunk and the amount of time they spent apart and just not together, like I don't feel like their chemistry was necessarily built up enough for me, even though they're supposed to be like soulmates. It wasn't enough. And I know like the romance was only part of it, like there was a more bigger story in the background, but I'm just like, he's supposed to be the love interest, and I'm just like, I like him, but I don't feel the whole love interest part of it. It feels more like lust than anything else, even though they really don't do anything. And they literally just had like their moment of being officially like together not long ago. And it was very brief and not impactful, unfortunately. But again, it's not a bad book. It's very interesting. Like I keep wanting to pick up and read it. I get immersed in the visuals and in the story. And I think that just happens when with big chunks of big fantasy books. You just get immersed in the world. And I know it's going to be a bit of like a jolt when I finally finish this, and I'm just gonna have to pick something else up to read and be like, oh, I just want to go back. But So far, it's still probably sitting at a 3. Maybe a 3.5. It might have bumped up a little bit to a 3.5, but we're getting to the part now where like the ending, all of the stuff is culminating to have the big end scene between them and Rasputin. And there is something that's gonna happen, and you know it's gonna happen because it is mentioned, it is foretold that this event is gonna happen, and I'm very, very... This could make or break the book for me, how this is handled. How everyone reacts to it, how it's resolved, how it occurs. When it happens though, I will let you know what, like, how things went and whether or not I think that the book was redeemed with this singular event, but we'll see. So I do anticipate, hopefully, I hope to finish this tomorrow. I don't know if I will, but I'm definitely going to be finishing it within this vlog. So that's it. That's my update. I didn't really do anything else today except for read this and veg. I think I fell into like a sort of like a, I don't know if it's like a depression, like a mild, just kind of not feeling like my normal self. I just didn't feel like doing much of anything the last couple days. I don't know why, but I'm hoping that I can pull myself out of that at the end of this vlog. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see how the snow, how we fare in the oncoming snowstorm. Good night. Hello. It is Friday. I'm going to be doing, I wasn't even really going to update today unless I had updates for later, because I only read like one more chapter of this yesterday. I do not feel well right now. I woke up yesterday with like phlegm in my chest. It's progressively gotten worse, so I'm obviously getting sick or fighting off illness. So I don't know how this vlog's gonna turn out, but I do still hope to finish Anastasia by the end of it, because I have until Sunday. I'm off of work on Sunday, so I'm so close to the end. But I'm just gonna, I just got home from work and I think I'm going to go lay down and like take a nap because I have like a throbbing headache. I'm gonna try to read on my tablet, but usually when I'm in my bedroom I end up falling asleep, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But depending on what time it is when I finally like crawl out of bed, I may read for a little bit before I actually go to sleep, because I do have to work tomorrow. But then I'm off Sunday, so I have plenty of time to finish this weekend, and that is like my goal, to do that. But the main reason I wanted to update was because my Mystic box finally arrived. I think this is the September, October box, which is the Jennifer Hartman box. I'm so excited for it. I have not been spoiled. I had no people got it yesterday and like 2 days ago, but I thankfully avoided spoilers. The Callie Hart box, which I didn't do an unboxing for. I've been doing an unboxing for like all of my Mystic boxes, but that one was back. I got it like in like October, and that was back when I wasn't really filming or anything, so I didn't do an unboxing for that one, but you'll see that one when I do my end of the year haul, the books I got through the end of the year since my last update. So we're gonna open the Jennifer Hartman box. I'm really, really excited. I do know one of the books. I haven't seen the cover, but I do know which book it is, and I'm super, super stoked. Of course, the cards, the art prints, pretty much give it away, but we're gonna... And I realized when I was doing my Pam Godwin and Penelope Douglas box, I didn't open like the plastic wrap to show you guys the inside pages. So I'm going to do that for these. I'm going to try to remember to do that, since there is usually artwork and stuff on the inside of them. I just have to say, thank goodness they wrap these really well, because it's rainy and gross out right now. And this was just sitting on my porch, like just... Luckily, I have like a roof, but I would have been very upset if it got wet. Okay, so we have... This is the one I knew what the book was and got still beating. It's beautiful. They have the gold foiling. Sorry if the lighting is awful. I'm trying to like film in front of my window, but it's terrible. So I'll take the plastic wrap off so you guys can see. I'm so happy. I have to reread this book. This has so far been my favorite book of the year, potentially of all time. Like, it sticks in my head, like, it lives rent-free in my head, as they say. Okay, so here's it without the plastic wrap on it. It's got the gold. I love it. It's beautiful. And I don't know, there's no, oh, they are signed. I'm trying to see. I don't think this one has, oh, it does. So here's the chapter headings. I'm so hyped for this book, you guys. The other one, I'm gonna take the plastic off it right now. This is also a book I really wanted to read, and I'm glad I didn't. I knew that Jennifer Hartman was gonna be the next Mystic box, and I know Gianna Darling is the one, the November-December box, so I'm like holding off on buying any of their books off of like Pango or anything if I find them, just so I can see which ones these are, so I'm not buying duplicates of books, because that would annoy me. But the next one is Lotus. Look at it. The metallic, beautiful covers. Again, this one has stenciled edges. And then this is the back. Again, no, it's a blank inside. Signed. And let's see their chapter headings. You guys, these books are beautiful, and I'm so happy. This is like the one, even though the subscription box is a little bit pricey for me, this is the one box that I will like not get rid of because the wait list is insane. And I make sure every month that I have enough money in my account when it or every other month when it renews, to make sure I have enough money in my account, because we don't need that. So we have the art print. I'm guessing this one is from Still Beating, it looks like, because this one is from Lotus, which I have not read, so I'm guessing there's some kind of comic book element to it, which is interesting. And then we have our letter from Jennifer Hartman herself. So it's exciting. Okay, so that's the Jennifer Hartman Mystic box. That is the September-October box. They were super behind with shipping, and I think Gianna Darling is supposed to come in to port after Christmas, like the 26th or something like that. So once, and then who knows how long they'll sit at customs, because I know these sat at customs for like almost a week or something like that. So once they go through customs, then we'll get those. So hopefully they should be coming before the new year or very, very close to the new year, which I'm super excited about. Okay, I guess that's it for my update. That was all I really wanted to do, was just do my Mystic box and tell you I read one more chapter of Anastasia, and it hasn't really affected my opinion yet since I last spoke. So, all right, I'm gonna go take a nap and take some aspirin because my head is throbbing. And I'll talk to you guys maybe later tonight. Actually, it'll probably be tomorrow. I probably won't update you tonight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I'm probably gonna sound horrible because, as I mentioned before, I've been sick. I have not been feeling
like doing anything. You know, when you're sick and you just like want to lay in bed all day and just everything turns into a disaster because you just don't want to do anything. It's pretty much how it has been the last few days. Yesterday I felt better, and then this morning, or like last night when I went to bed, it was just a mess. And I woke up this morning and like my congestion from, I mean, I still am like somewhat congested in my chest, but it moved up into my head. So now I have like nasal congestion, which I hate so much. And that's why, and also I gotta give myself a sore throat from coughing so much. So there's that. And that's why my voice is so raspy right now. I honestly did not feel like reading, but I knew that I had to finish Anastasia in this vlog because I could not. There's a week till Christmas. I want to read at least one Christmassy book. I have two that I want to get to. I have one on my Kindle somewhere, my tablet. It's downstairs, I think I left it. And then I also wanted to read my book of the month. I don't know which one to read first. I'll probably read the one on my Kindle just because it's speaking to me more than the book of the month one. But if I have time, then I'll read that one. But I did sit down and I finished Anastasia. I had like an hour and a half left of reading to do. I was like so close to the end. I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars. So thankfully the ending didn't go where I expected it to go necessarily. There was a prophecy that was revealed about what was going to happen, and I was very wary about how it was going to be done. And I'm fine with the way it was done in the book. I enjoyed the ending. It picked up a lot more. It's still not a 5-star read for me. I still think it was a lot of 400 pages of like stuff that, I mean, when I read books, I do read the stuff the author writes, the acknowledgments and the whatever they want to write at the end to explain their thought process and their stuff about the book. So I did read that. And I understand Sophie's reasoning for starting the book when Anastasia was at 11 years old to kind of give us a visual and an explanation of what it's like to have your parents rule your entire life and just the Romanovs in general. Like, I understand that, but it was just I felt like I was slogging through the first like 400 pages. So I'm like, I don't care. Like, where's this other stuff happening? But it did get better. The romance was really good at the end, but I wanted more of like a build up to it. Like, they spent so much time separated that it almost felt like when they were thrown together, it was hard and fast. There was just a lot of, it almost felt insta-love, even though it was over like years of them kind of like pining for each other through like letters and just occasionally getting to see one another. Because they were definitely soulmates, and like they're just the way they would come together and the way that they like felt one another, that you could tell like just like, I don't know if it fit spiritually, they were meant to be together. But like the emotion for me was kind of like, as the reader, I was kind of like, where is it? But the end it was really, when we got the stuff of them together at the end, it was really sweet and I really enjoyed it. Definitely 4-star because the ending saved it a little bit. Otherwise it would have been a solid 3. Very good. Sophie's writing is exceptional. I love her storytelling ability. So we're putting this one to rest. I finally finished it and we can be done. So yesterday, I wanted to read more yesterday, but I didn't get home till like later in the evening, and I was just like so done and out of it, and I just kind of like vegged. But the day before, the used bookstore that I go to, like I mentioned in previous videos, if you've watched any of them, she will post, if she gets certain books like that she knows people will probably be interested in, she will post them online. And someone, and I swear it's the same person every time because I've gotten books in this same genre before and the same physical condition. So I feel like it's the same person that are trading these books in every few months or so. And I think we need to be friends because I will just take them off your hands. Like, no questions asked. But they traded in a shit ton of like erotica, dark romance books. And there were like a ton of Gianna Darling books in this load. And now I didn't see this post because this was on Friday when I got home and like took a 3-hour nap. I woke up and I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw her post this. So it was like 8 hours after she had posted it, that all of these books, and I was like, oh my God, they're probably going to be gone. Thankfully, no one laid claim to them on the post itself. So I did. I said, if they're available, can you hold these for me? Like, I will be down to get them. So I hit the mother load and got so lucky and was able to get 10 Gianna Darling books for like 26 bucks. 10 for $26 because I bought a bunch of books for trade-in. So I spent like $2.25 per book. These books are like $20 a piece on Amazon. Let me tell you, when I was like a kid on Christmas, opening, like, it was insane. So I'm so excited. I am so excited. And this is what I spent the afternoon doing. I went down there to pick them up and just squeal with delight. So I'm going to show you guys what I got. The first thing was the entire Fallen Men series. The entire thing. And she was selling them. You had to buy them as a set. So I do already have books 1, 2, and 4. I already own Lessons in Corruption, Welcome to the Dark Side, and After the Fall. So I do already have these. So these will go, I'm going to like repost these on Pango or something for someone else to purchase. So I needed Good Gone Bad, Inked and Lies, and Dead Men Walking, which I got. Now they're not, I mean, I know condition is, you know, questionable, but they're still intact. All the pages are here. This is why I think it's the same person, because I got a bunch of other book series in this like similar, like they've been shoved and like stuffed in a really, really tight bookshelf for a really long time. That's why they look like this. I'm hoping I can maybe fix that again if I like twist them and like try to put something heavy on top. I don't know. Not a big deal. I'm just happy to even own these because I was looking on Amazon. These are like $20 some a piece right now on Amazon. Like, are you kidding? I got them for $2.25. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. So I have the entire Fallen Men series now that I can finally work my way through reading next year. That was one of my goals for next year, was to, even if I just read it on Kindle and then gradually worked up to getting the physical copies, that was going to be fine with me. In addition to that, I also got, I don't know what the duet is called, but I got Dangerous Temptation and Beautiful Nightmare. Again, $2.25. So I have both of those. This one does have like a printing issue, but you can still read the page. Like, she was showing it to me and I was like, it really doesn't matter. The book is $2. So you can see like when it was printed, it got like folded and it's like all wonky, but like the words are all still there. You can still read it. So I'm not going to complain about it. So I got those. And then I got the Enslaved Duet, Enthralled, and Enamored. These books are $20. I think this one's $17.99. This one's like $20, $22 on Amazon. I just saved myself like a couple $100. Let me see. Yeah, almost like $200. I say. Well, these I think are a little bit cheaper online, but like I saved myself over $100. You don't know how happy I am right now. I have read these before. Fun fact: these were the books that got me into dark romance. So yes, I dove in off the deep end when I had no idea what these books were about. There is a reading vlog, I think, of me reading Enthralled and me going, I didn't know what the hell. I was like, what is happening? But I finally own the physical copies. They've been on my Amazon wishlist for like, I don't know, like 4 years now since they came out or since I read them. And then I happened to pick up, she had posted this book like days before, but I wasn't going to ask her to hold it because it wasn't like that serious. But since I was there, I figured since this was also still there, I was going to pick it up. And it's The Pirate Primer, Mastering the Language of Swashbucklers and Rogues by George Shundis. It's just like a dictionary of pirate phrases and words and things. I don't know. I thought it was interesting, and because I do a lot of like writing, and I enjoy writing about pirates. So I think it's fun. Like, this would be a good, like, resource to have. Again, $2. So it blows my mind. And I was laughing because on the post, she marked it as, like, for mature audiences, you know, have a spicy Christmas, whatever. And someone commented, what is this, like, mommy porn? And she goes, yes, it is. And I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know what you have on your hands right now. But I will take them off your hands. And then when I got there, like, there was other authors in there that I wasn't sure. Like, there was a bunch of Maggie Cole series, and other authors that I didn't know who they were. They had the entire, Elite 7 series, or at least 6 of the 7 books. I only saw 6, I think, with a bunch of the romance authors that were writing the 7 Deadly Sins. I know that Sloth was the one Gianna Darling wrote, is the only one on Hoopla that you can read by her. But I was like, I'm not really... These are the books I specifically came for, so I didn't want to, like, grab a whole bunch more and just give myself more crap to read, because I already, like... These I know I want to read, and I know I plan to read. And I also know that Gianna Darling is the next Mystic Box author for the November-December box. So who knows? I'll probably end up getting duplicates. I don't know what books are going to be in that box. I'm hoping it's actually the Anti-Heroes in Love duet, because that's the one I'm... Or, what's the other one? The Evolution of Sin. Because those are the only 2 I don't have right now. But I don't remember what other books she has published. But we'll see what they end up being. But if it's the Anti-Heroes in Love duet, I'm going to be super stoked, because I've been wanting to read those books. I have them on my Kindle for a long time now, and I haven't read them yet. And I remember when I read Enthralled, like, I was so excited for Dante's books. And they're finally out, and I still haven't read them. But that's just par for the course. That's just how I am. Okay. This may be the end of this vlog. I don't know. I have to finish reading Beautifully Broken Control? No. The hell book am I reading? Whatever the Catherine Cowles book is that I started reading, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I need to finish that, because I think it goes back to... It has to be returned to my library in, like, 2 days. And I don't even know how far I am into it, but I stopped when I got Anastasia because I wanted to read that. And I still need to finish reading Raphael. But I'll have a week. I have 2 weeks left of the year, okay? There's 2 weeks left. So I just need to finish a bunch of crap in the next 2 weeks, which I don't know if I'll be able to do, but we'll see. Anyway, so if this turns out to be the end of this vlog, I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Christmas. If not, then I'll talk to you guys later on. But I need to go, like, shower and do something with my life right now, because I feel like I've done nothing for the last couple days. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Maybe. Or next week. I don't know. Bye.